We've completed a report on where Japan's strategic outlook is at the end of 2011, and it's a report that really comes in three parts. It's an assessment of where Japan is now, it's a problem about what this means for regional security, and it's a solution about how we might work through the next decade in our relationship with Japan. On the assessment side, the report essentially says that Japan is in a difficult spot at the moment. It's economically stalled and has been stalled for the better part of 20 years. It's going through a difficult political transition, and it's reached the point now where it's struggling with its own demographics in order to find a more venturesome foreign policy. When you add on top of those things the unique experiences of 2011, the earthquake, the tsunami, and the nuclear accident at Fukushima, Japan's got some major problems in front of it. What does this mean? It means essentially we'll have an introverted Japan over the next decade or so. Okay, why is that a problem? The problem is that a lot's going to be changing in the transformational Asian security environment over that next 10 to 15 years. And Australia, along with I think a range of other regional countries, doesn't really want a lot of that transformational change to unfold with Japan not being part of the drama that is the sort of Asian regional security dynamics. So what we want to find is a solution that keeps Japan engaged as a player. There aren't many Japan-sized players in the system, and we have to work with the one we have. What's the solution? Well, the report says there might be two solutions. The first would be a solution of working with the Japan we have, and the second would be working around the Japan that's a little more introverted. On the working with side, the report says Australia might have to bring a bit more to the relationship than it has in the past. If we accept this as an important bilateral relationship for us, then it's an important bilateral relationship in the bad times as well as in the good times, and in the bad times we have to carry a little more of the weight. So it does mean engaging with Japan, doing what we can to help Japan maintain a presence and a credibility in the region and engage in the region despite the inward-looking domestic pressures. On the work-around strategy, the paper says that we might be looking at doing more with other regional players, whether that's South Korea, whether it's with the US, and maybe even with Russia and China in various fields. But we should be doing more in order to fill that sense of gap that Japan risks leaving in Northeast Asia by being a little more inward and withdrawn. So essentially that's what the report covers, the assessment, the problem, and the anticipated solution.